Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to another House of Rags Live podcast. Hope everybody's doing well. Come on in. We're going to learn about one of our newest brands, imported goodly, freshly. I mean, just made it here. You can see like a month ago. So I'm excited to learn more about them, all that good stuff. You've been knowing about them for quite a while and have been on the hunt for this
Jamie,
brand.
all I know is that you've been taking credit for everything today. So I'm gonna say you brought him on.
You were having a good intro, and
totally. Hey, we can't be ourselves on a Thursday night. Who can we be? But yeah, Pie Crystal. I've been watching them for a hot minute. I actually emailed them like 12 times trying to get their stuff over a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I got ghosted like my ex-girlfriend ghosted me back in high school.
It's always my fault. Let's go, Victor. What's up, everybody? Come on in, everybody. We're going to learn about some PAICAR. Eddie's real excited about it. Some real good polishes and pads. And if you didn't try PAICAR yet, guess what? I made a little promo code for you. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. PAICAR 20 is going to save you 20% on your first order of PAICAR. So if you want to check it out, I'm going to just let that promo code roll.
I think that was a good idea too, because you get a lot of stuff. We've been rolling with a lot of brands lately.
A lot of brands.
We showcase Visitor, and then people are going to ask, well, I just bought Visitor. What makes PAICAR different? I think Brad's going to tell the story of them, but they've been around since 1965. Mm-hmm. They've been making the good for a hot minute, and their liquid slap. So in English, I'll say it in plain English, their stuff is very good, easy to use, and it's quality.
Hey, Becca, can you do me a solid? I forgot to share this to the Facebook group. If someone wants to share this mug to the Facebook group, I'd greatly appreciate it. Becca's right. Look, we forget to promote around here. It is what it is, you know.
We got to share it. But yeah, PAICAR, Pie Crystal is actually the name. So I think I'm excited to learn more about the brand too. A lot of brands from Italy, UK, EU, and all that's making it to the States. Yep. So it's like I feel like it's a good time to start detailing because you no longer have to ask like, man, why can't I get that? Does that make sense? It's like we're opening that up to everybody.
Yep. And what did your first discovery of PAICAR? When did you come across them?
Oh man, I got to be honest. Me and Tim from Hawaii, we talk a lot about brands. That guy is a researcher, but in my research on WhatsApp, I have been trying to figure out what's new, what's out there, what's coming, right?
Yeah.
There was one of the brands that I came upon, the website, their first website, Brad, don't hate me, I'm going to be honest, their first website was ass. It was the worst website I've ever seen in my life. They updated it since, but you see their old videos and there's an old man that looks like my dad just going rotary ham with just polishing a car out. And that's what activated me a while ago. So, and then all of a sudden, bro, we'll have to tell the story when Brad comes on. How this happened is serendipitous. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those. I met him in the street.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. So I'm kind of excited for this whole story to unfold.
Yeah. Update EC. Someone asked about some swag.
Oh, let me check. We have it.
Website. It's stocked.
Is it?
Yeah. So
whoa, guys.
Collection.
guys. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're doing this. Once it's gone, and then we're gonna create new merch.
Yeah.
So for everyone who wanting merch, first we didn't announce it. We didn't send an email out. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Our man Wiley has been just let's just soft release it for the people who showed up. How about that? First deal for the people here on the live stream, just like PAICAR 20. If you know, now you know. Save a little change on that first order of PAICAR and also add some Thor swag because Eddie's about to drop that hot link for you. We got 2 t-shirts starting out. We got the Thor logo shirt, and then we have actually a collab shirt with Kim X, the snake oil salesman, and that's a sweet shirt.
Yeah, and we went as fat as we could. I don't mean that disrespect to all my big kings out there. Trust me, they don't even have a shirt my size. But we're going up to 3X. These are quality shirts. They're not the cheap ones that I used to sell on the fake detail. These are actually the shirts me and Jamie have in SEMA. They go up to 3X. I'm going to share my screen. Can I share my screen?
Wash real good. Yeah, share the screen. So swag is live, at least for the people in the chat. Might have to wait till after the podcast to put it live. Actually,
check this out. We got it right here. Add you some. This is a collab. It says Snake Oil Salesman. Shout out to the beginning of Thor.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the House of Rags. These are beautiful shirts, by the way. The same thing we had at SEMA.
Nice and comfy. Nice and
they're
comfy.
nice and comfortable, and they're worth the price.
Yeah, now we need some muscle shirts. It's summertime now.
Every time I wear a shirt that's a medium, it looks like a muscle shirt.
Yeah. There you go, Mike. Is live. Y'all get first dibs if you're live here in the chat because we just realized they were stocked today. So that link is live. If you need a direct link, hit up Eddie. He'll shoot it over.
Mike G in the house. Wes Cat. Hey, everybody.
All right. I think our guests are ready in the background.
Tell me you got a promo video because
I do have a
promo. Oh, my God. JV the Cleaner. 30,000 subscribers. Hey, you know what we should do?
What's that?
We should give a PAICAR kit away for your 30,000 subscriptions. Congratulations, JTC.
I like that. Whole polish kit, all 4 pads.
Yeah, we should give away a kit. We should give away a kit. We're celebrating JTC hitting 30K. Just last year, he was at 12,500. What a journey.
What a journey. It was a good year. Good year in growth. But yeah, so again, if you're just tuning in, PAICAR 20 saves you 20% off your first order of PAICAR. Thor swag is live. That link is live in the chat. Go check it out. I hit 30K, so we're going to do a 30K giveaway at the end of the show. But the main attraction is not us.
It's not us. Even though I'm sexy.
So introducing Brad Swims, Daniel Salazar, PAICAR. Let's get them up.
You know, a little bit about the actual brand itself. So it's been around since 1965 in Italy, and now we're launching into the US. So we have 3 different lines. Pi Crystal is the main company, right? And then underneath, you know, within Pi Crystal division, you have the PAICAR, which is automotive, Pi Boat, which is marine, which will be coming in the near future, and then Pi Classic, which is actually like fashion, like eyewear, jewelry. They polish that out with a tumbling process. We make everything in-house. These polishes are all made by us. We make our own pads. Everything's made in Italy, and now we're breaking into the US market, and we're excited to kind of share how this product can improve your workflow, get you a better result, easier and quicker without sacrificing quality.
There we go.
Brad,
what's going on? What's going on?
That intro, because I felt like I was watching Interstellar and he lost his daughter for 30 years. So I just want to say shout out to JTC for making that intro hit.
Hey, shout out to JTC, shout out to EC, shout out to Thor, man. We're super pumped here. Daniel and I were super pumped to be teamed up with Thor, and you know, looking forward to doing a deeper dive into the PAICAR line and Pi Crystal as a whole. We got some exciting stuff up our sleeve as well, so we'll get into it for sure.
There you go.
Let's talk about our story. I don't know what questions JTC has, but let's do the intro, and this is like one of those behind the labels, and then I think Jamie's going to demo it. Brad, you were with another company before. How'd you get involved with Pi Crystal? And then let's talk about our third call together, because when you told me you were Pi Crystal, at first I was like, Cap, I ghosted you for a couple times.
Yeah, I know. I was actually shocked when you knew who it was. You were one of 3 people that I've talked to that actually knew who Pi Crystal was, which was really cool to hear. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. So basically, you know, I was with another company, been in the industry now for a few years, but what it boils down to is ultimately I'm just a detailer at heart. I'm all about, you know, just a passion for detailing clean cars. That's really what got me started. You know, detailing was just cars in general. And I found my way into the industry at a corporate level, if you will, doing it full time. So, you know, Pi Crystal came around. I was perfectly happy where I was at, and but it was a unique opportunity to move up in my career and also, you know, promote a fantastic brand. So, you know, I tested everything before I even took the position because I didn't want to be, you know, the CEO of a subpar product, right? So, you know, they found me online on LinkedIn and basically, you know, said, hey, this is what it is. We want you to lead us into the US. We've been around since 65. We want to expand, you know, into that market, and you're our guy for that. And so here I am. So you were one of the first people I called, Eddie, and because I know we had talked previously, and said, hey, you know, I'm with Pi Crystal. And you're like, you said, you were like, what? Pi Crystal? That's crazy. And I was like, wait, you know Pi Crystal? And you're like, bro, like I've been trying to get Pi Crystal for a minute.
Oh, I've been emailing them, bro. Texting them.
He loves Italian brands.
And to be fair, you didn't ruffle any feathers. That first website was the rebrand is looking way better. So
that first website,
that website was a
I
little.
thought we were getting honey dicked, and it was like one of those 1995 Netscape websites, Brad. And then when I saw the dude at SEMA, it was SEMA when we spoke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and I looked him in the face and said, "Yo, you guys never emailed." You remember when I told him, right? I just said, "You never emailed me back," and he was like,
He was like, "I'm sorry, yeah,
"Yeah, never emailed me back. It's been half a year."
We're here now. We're here. That's what I'm here for. So
yes, sir. I'm
that's what we're here
excited.
for. So, and then Daniel, we'll kind of bounce it over to him. I want to introduce Daniel. This is a new development. But we recently partnered up with Daniel. I've made him official Pi Crystal. We met down at MTE and we just instantly connected, and the way he is with the tool, just the person that he is, I couldn't be more excited to have Daniel on the team, and he's going to be our technical sales manager. So he's, who we are as a company is like you guys talked about, you hit the nail on the head, user friendly, we want to be high performance, right? Competitive pricing, but also the education piece, giving back to the community. And that's why I said, it resonated, y'all's story resonated with us, where we want to invest into the community of detailers and professionals and enthusiasts alike, right? We want to deliver that ultimate level of experience, but a lot of that has to do with education and getting people up to speed, to expand their business or their career and just give back to the community. So Daniel's going to be a key part of that. Located right there in LA, but he's going to be all over the country. And Daniel, kind of give us a quick rundown, basically, of
so
I'm sure a lot of y'all know who he is.
Yeah, so flawless mobile detailing, PAICAR, sales rep, technical manager. That's what I am. I'm just a detailer, guys, and everyone knows me. I'm in the field every day, doing details, rocking that machine, rotary, DA. Just I'm loving the PAICAR products ever since I met Brad at the MTE show. Same day I met you guys. Yeah, you guys were walking around and you guys came up to my buddy James. Awesome
James,
dude.
I know who
And
he is now, Daniel.
yeah, James is awesome. James is awesome. And that's where I met you guys. And I was just like, oh yeah, all pumped up. I met Brad there, just surrounded by a bunch of amazing individuals. When me and Brad started to talk, which is really cool the way we met up, he sent me home with his products and I put them to use. I went in my backyard and I just started. I have a panel in my backyard that I like to just test stuff out on, and I tear it up. And when I actually posted it online, I felt so good about the product, and I cut all the way from an 800 grit, and I finished off
Which
with an
is nuts.
8,000. I finished
I
off
was
with the
saying cap.
8,000.
I
Yeah,
was saying cap until you showed me in person down there in Orlando.
Oh no, yeah, this
Did you say 800 grit, bro?
800 grit.
Or are you trying
800,
to
but
off that panel, or are you trying to confess?
yeah, basically,
Torture test.
that torture test.
test.
But I wanted to put it to the test, and I wanted to make sure that when I step in with Brad in backing PAICAR, that I'm not just leading my fellow detailers and just trying to mislead them on a new product. This stuff really works, man. And being able to chop down 800, yeah, I finished off with an 8,000, but I still leveled it out, and that rotary with the wool pad broke it down, rotary gang right there, broke that down, finished off. Anytime I use my rotary, I'm the type of detailer, a lot of guys will rock rotary pure out through. I like to cut with my rotary and finish off with DA.
Yes.
Finish with DA. With DA cut, DA polish, DA refine. I put every one of these products to the use just to get that full effect. And man, it definitely impressed me. And it's so effective. I had to let my fellow detailers know, and that's where I find myself truly blessed to be in with PAICAR, meeting Brad. Bro, on a podcast with you too. Come on, bro. That's big.
Now, baby.
Yeah, that's
big,
it's
baby.
honestly kind of surreal. It's
we're just people that like to eat pizza.
Yeah, I love pizza
and cinnamon rolls.
And cinnamon rolls, yeah.
And cinnamon rolls.
So Daniel, what was
crazy.
the defining moment you're using PAICAR and you're like, all right, I'm in? What was that moment?
Well, I'm sorry. What I'm rocking a phone right now, guys. I'm not set up. elaborate.
What was your defining moment? You're using PAICAR and you're like, I'm in. What was that moment?
Bro, when that rotary refined that first cut of doing my couple passes. So I like to see what the second, what a 1-2 pass would do.
Mm.
And I knew once I had a reflection and leveled off those sanding marks, I knew that all I had to do was break it down a couple more times, and I'm gonna have a nice clean finish, and then polish with the O2. That first cut with the rotary had me. Because usually some products, I will not bash any names, but some products you have to literally refine. Okay.
Yeah.
This one, our O1 is so aggressive. And that's what I like about it
Super, super aggressive.
is a cut should be a cut. It should literally be
But
under the knife.
hey, Daniel, for you though, right? I know you use other brands. Are you a mobile detailer, or you do detail outside? Do you detail outside most, or do you have a shop?
In the van now.
I'm completely mobile. I
All right,
do
Bro,
rent out.
he's in the trenches.
shops when needed. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, so I saw
He's
you
out there.
yesterday using someone else's tile, which is fine. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, I got a
Daniel,
package of yours coming.
Hey.
Hey, no, I'm joking. Totally kidding. I don't
I
care.
already
But
told him we got to get him on the goat.
Daniel, for you though, you're
Hold on.
outside the most, and you're in California, right? So
Yeah.
you get the heat, you get the smoke, you get sat,
all that.
pollen.
All that.
How do you did you test this before you I'm all in, guys, right? Because a lot of people are gonna ask, what separates this from the greats that are out right now? And I'm just gonna ask the hard questions, right? Did you test this in your element outside? And how is it outside? How is it outside?
Backyard.
Great question.
Backyard, straight backyard. And that was okay. In my backyard under an easy up on a rainy day. That was my testing day. So you're talking a very chill day here in Cali. But just recently I went and did a demo for a company that's going to be carrying our products. And I wanted them to see the full effect. They had a bay for me, but I told them, let's do it straight outside in direct sunlight. I wanted them to be able to see how confident I was with the non-dusting. Now, our O1, it's aggressive. The components, the it's so aggressive, and you're gonna feel. You could actually feel it in your fingers. If you put a dab in your fingers, you could feel the compound
And
in
the
there.
O1 only breaks down a little bit. It cuts.
It cuts. That's what I love about it. It's a cut should cut. A polish should polish. You know what I'm saying? There's different steps to this. So O1 followed with O2, you have a nice clean finish. There you go.
There we go.
Hey, look here.
Cam, I like that.
They want to know. They want to jump right into the product, so they're ready. We got O1. This is what he's talking about. That's that heavy hitter, right?
Be careful. Don't use a lot of pressure. It cuts.
I'm gonna cut the dang.
No,
it cuts.
I need a good hold off a Fremont.
Hey, don't do don't do like the Liquid Elements dude did at the show. Don't ham down on that hood.
Do not.
Now, it says pasta abrasives. What kind of pasta are we talking about here, Brad?
We talking about actually. So it's funny you mentioned that. So that's actually what the PAI the PAI stands for. It's basically pasta abrasive industriales or something. Essentially, it's Italian for industrial abrasive polishes, because in that story that we and that's the red heavy cut pad, so super coarse. Basically, we have multiple different polishes, but that's the PAI. So it's water based, aluminum oxide, no fillers, no silicones. The only one that has a filler, so to speak, is the O4, which has the wax. We're currently in the process of again, don't want to spill all the candy in the hallway or give away all the surprises, but we got some more that we're in develop to expand the line. But those are the 4 that we got right now. Again, water-based aluminum oxide, and aluminum oxide is known for finishing better. Basically.
So next up, orange O2. What are we talking about here?
That's God's gift to man.
O2 is my personal favorite. I think EC feels the same way. That's the one step. It's going to give you the best of both worlds: 9 cut, 8 finish, 0 dust whatsoever. I actually tried to make it dust by just purposely not blowing out my pad, and just kept going past after it just would not dust on me.
This is a nice pad. I like the way.
Yeah, it's good.
Feels like that good one-step pad.
That's going to be
Exactly.
the fan favorite, if you will. And then the 03 is your little
03
bit.
is like making love, dude.
Yeah, it's still got a little bit of teeth to it, but the gloss is going to go crazy on it.
Yep.
So it's got enough to where it knocks down some of that haze. I like to do 01 followed by 03. Again, you can mix it up. The pad's going to be, of course, a little bit softer. The 03 is going to be your finishing polish. 01, 02, 03, you can use those before you go into a
Well,
ceramic
Brad, we don't
coating or
want
any
to
type
go
of
from
protection.
or Brad and Daniel just to ask questions. There's chat. If you got questions, we'll get it answered. I promise. So put them on there. We'll start for a Q&A. If we're gonna start with 01, you don't want to go to 02. You just go straight to 03 because 02 still hits hard.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Unless you're trying to,
02.
You can do that. Daniel can touch on that because Daniel was running that setup a little bit where he did the 01 followed by the 02.
So I follow it with 02. I pretty much would follow the step 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
You know, 01, 02, 03. That'll be your 3-step right there. You know, but you can, if you're getting a really nice cut with your leveling it out with the 01, you can
Yeah.
skip to your polish and refine it. But that 02 is going to give you that little bit extra cut to kind of cut down the haze
Right.
that your compound is leaving, and it's going to give that nice cut, but also refine with that polish. And you come through with the straight polish, you're going to have such a beautiful finish. And just to kind of throw this in on there, this stuff works great with all sorts of different pads. That's what I really like about it. Is yes, our combo, our coordinated combo right there is perfect. But bro, if just say a fellow detailer came in and he only had enough money just for the polish, for the compound
Get
and
the
polish,
Yep.
bro, get it. You rock your pads, rock your microfiber cut
Right.
pad, rock
Yep.
your Lake Country X amount, whatever polishing pad you're rocking, buff and shine, rock it. It's gonna be so effective. I tested out all sorts of different pads. I tested out our pads, and every one of them collabed very well. That's what I really like about the product.
I used the orange 102 with the detail code pads, the detail
Don't
code
shut
1
up
and
now.
rotary. It works good with the rotary, works good with the DA. 02 does.
Yep.
01 cut too. I'm just gonna sound so dumb. 01 cut too much for me for what I needed. 02 was perfect.
It's
so
aggressive.
but
I noticed that as well. It kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
It
It'll
scared
catch
me a little
people
bit.
off guard too. It's heavy. Like if you pick up a bottle of the 01, just pick it up and pick up another bottle of heavy cut, and you'll feel the weight. I mean, it's just
Jamie, you'll
packed with
see 2
abrasive.
passes of 01, 2 passes 01, cleans it up.
Yeah.
Cuts it. 2 passes.
Exactly.
It's heavy.
It's thicker than a Snickers.
Yeah,
It's
put
like-
that in
Thicker than a Snickers. That's
put
right.
that in your finger and rub it. It's gonna be
Let's see.
aggressive.
Let's see what I got here.
I like to do it between the thumbnails.
Yeah,
You can put a little bit on your thumbnail, and you can do
feel
put it
that.
between your thumbnail. You'll feel that even more. Yep.
You can feel the grit for sure. That's aggressive.
So
I ripped Toyota paint over the week last week, guys, and he had a comment that was hilarious.
Look, so 04, what we're talking about with 04, with its nice, super soft green pad.
Yeah, so that's going to be the finishing with a wax in it. I know y'all are going to ask, what's the durability on the wax?
Yep.
We don't have, any hard claims, so to speak, but I like to say anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks based upon my testing. It's going to give you, really is the gloss and the added benefit of not having to apply protection. So you can do it as you're applying the 04. But again, me personally, if I'm just keeping it 100, I like putting protection on. If I'm doing a paint correction, 9 out of 10 times it's getting either a coating or some form of sealant. So I stay in the 01, 02, 03 most of the time, but there is a place for the 04. I find a lot of dealerships like the 04, people that want to make, that don't want to pay, their customer doesn't want to pay for a, full out ceramic coating. Well, you can get them a wax in one step. So it's going to cut a little bit less, but it is a finishing polish with wax is what that is.
Jamie,
I love what Jamie's doing right now. I love what Jamie's doing.
So the goal is to talk about the brand, why Jamie does his thing, guys. Brad, you're with Pycar or PyCrystal. What's the company's name? How many brands do they have?
Yep.
And what's the goal for you guys in the US?
Yeah, absolutely. So getting right into it, since 1965, made in Italy. We make all of our own products in-house. You have the Pi Crystal, the Pi Crystal main brand. And then underneath that, the umbrella, so to speak, you have PAICAR, which is the automotive, which we're talking about here, obviously. And then we have Pi Boat, which is marine, which is coming in the near future. And then also we have Pi Classic, which, like I talked about briefly, it's actually fashion. So it's big over there. Italy is one of the fashion capitals of the world, and they do a lot of they call them spectacles, but basically glasses. So the glasses and jewelry and stuff like that is polished in a tumbling process. So that's the Pi Classic. Right now in the US, we're focused purely on PAICAR and eventually Pi Boat. We may support some legacy customers here with the fashion stuff potentially, but right now the main focus is the automotive and marine.
Yeah, we ain't talking jewelry, Brad. Look here, we gotta throw down.
Yeah, I know. We're about to throw down. We're about to throw down. So,
right
but yeah,
now,
that's a little bit about the company. We're headquartered in the Dolomites or the Dolomites. I probably butchered that. Beautiful mountain range in the Italian Alps. Research and development, innovation. That's what we're all about. We're actually in the process of building our third production facility. So we're ramping up production even more because the product's been flying off our warehouse, thankfully, and we're definitely so thankful for partners like the House of Rags that puts us in this position. But we're building a third production facility, and we're actually
Brad, you're growing. Look here, Daniel.
And,
we got to throw down here. Look,
I'll shut up.
You want to go red or do you want to go orange? Look, we have 1500 grit, 2000, 3000. Walk me through, Daniel.
I want to go red. I want to go straight cut right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Jamie, do not put a lot of pressure. I'm telling you right now, dog. do not put. I'm serious. No, I'm not joking. This thing cuts insane.
It cuts so
effective.
heavy.
It's effective.
It's not going to finish. It is not going to finish. It is going to leave haze.
Yeah, it's going to leave haze like my neck on a summer day.
It will leave haze.
It's that true cut. It's that true cut, guys. That's it.
How we priming, Daniel, with a 01?
I'm gonna put myself 4 dabs on there.
4 dabs.
Man, that dude put 20.
Hey, what you think, Daniel? A little more, a little less.
You're perfect right there.
Hey, Jamie, I'm telling you right now, do not put 90 pounds of pressure down, dog.
There we go. He's about to dig in.
How do we get in that garage? How do we get in that garage?
What's that?
How do we get in that garage with you?
Look here, Daniel. What are we talking? Speed 4?
35, 4,000. You'd be perfect right there.
All right. What are we talking? 3, 4 passes?
Let's do 4 passes.
4 passes. Let's do it.
There we go.
Lord, he's putting 90 pounds of pressure down, guys. Look,
he's laying into it.
You haven't yet. Pycar is at the House of Rags. Pycar 20. We're doing that to get this in your hands because I know a new brand brings new fear. We're not saying that the 01 is not usable. We're just saying it will leave a haze. It's not meant to finish down. So if you do this step,
that's true,
right? Daniel?
Yeah, that's a true cut. That's a true cut, and a true cut's gonna leave behind haze.
4 passes.
All right, let me see. Let me see it. Oh my Lord, pray for us.
No, I see it. It broke it down already.
It destroyed it.
It broke it down. It took all those sand marks out.
Let's get you in here.
Let me see. Get closer. Get closer. Yeah, nice.
Nice, bro. Yep. Nice, Jamie.
You see the nice haze line we left here. So now we got to.
I like to call it. When you got to bring out the big guns, that's where the 01 comes in. Yeah. And it's one of those things where you're in the middle of a paint correction. We all know every paint system's different. You got hard paint, you got soft paint, you got super, swirled up paint. Every job is different, right? So you need an arsenal. And you don't want to be looking around left and right trying to find something that'll get your job done.
Real quick, Jamie, can you do me a favor so you can show them how good 03 is? Take the blue pad with the blue compound and do one half, and then do the other half with the orange.
Hey, that's gonna look nice.
We'll start with the orange.
You know what's funny? You know what's cool is when I went to a big name brand car manufacturer last week, and that's the same test they did, bro. They laid down 3 sanding marks for me, and I was able to break them down for them, and they really
Hey,
liked it. You know who I'm
seen
talking
Daniel
about?
polishing on a vehicle at my job last week. May I say this man gets down. Edgar shouting you out, Daniel.
That's right. Oh yeah, there you go.
Let's go.
Oh, so he was there. He was
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
You know what's crazy? He just took out 1500 grit with a full foam pad.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Throw a
what's so
wool on there.
awesome with
Throw a
it,
wool on
guys.
there, and you'll shred even more.
Oh, you'll knock it down. You're good. You're good.
Hey, hey, you don't need to keep molesting the paint, dude. 2 passes. Let it be.
Nah, Daniel said 4 passes. I'm listening to the man.
Yeah.
That looks
Easy
wild.
wipe off.
Yeah.
No dusting. Notice there's no dust.
Yeah. As aggressive as that was, yeah, it didn't leave a haze. So let me hit the blue real quick on its side.
Everyone, ask your questions. We'll get to you at Q&A. I know there's a lot in chat right now. We have PAICAR, Crystal, CEO Brad of the U.S. division. We have Daniel, which is he's the training. What is he? Manager?
Technical sales manager. So he's involved in sales and training, education.
Out of California, a detailer first. So he uses the products in the field, and Jamie's demoing the system for us. 1500 grit, 2000, 3000. Hey, this is my favorite combo, bro.
Yeah.
I could do most of my jobs on soft paint with this combo.
Yep.
Watch that finish. Even after a straight cut. You know what's cool, guys? This is my demo. When I roll up to a shop, this is how I attract. Is I want to show them how effective the product is before I even give them numbers. I've never seen that.
The blue slaps, Daniel. That
Bro, the blue, yeah, I love the blue.
It does.
Slaps. For some reason, it reminds me of what I used to use a long time ago, like McGuire's 205. What better finish? My opinion, everyone. It's not real. It's just my opinion.
It's not real. All right, so here we go. So
For entertainment purposes only.
Didn't even leave a haze. Looks real good.
Yep. And again, that's just quick and easy. We want to be efficient. We want to get the job done better, quicker, easier without sacrificing quality. And that's
all right, Jamie. We need another test. We need another test here, right?
What's that?
So I need you to take the 1500 grit.
No. Look, we've
no. Look, here's what. Take the real car. Hey, Jamie, listen to me. This would be a great test. Take the 2000 grit, do a spot, get another pad that's not PAICAR, and then do it with your 3-inch polisher.
You want 1500 grit?
No, 2000, not 1500.
Okay.
And get another pad. The goal here is to show the people that what Daniel and Brad said is true. If right now money is a problem, pick the liquid up because the liquid is real good.
I have Spizzer yellow.
Bring anyone out. Anyone out.
Yeah, you can work it with any pad. We don't want to recreate the wheel. We want to improve it. So whatever you use for a normal cut, rock it.
Rock it, guys. This stuff is compatible with all of our.
He's going to use a finishing pad to try to cut 2000 grit. This is when I know he's on autism, bro. You don't have a.
Let me tell you right now. Drop some O2. All
right, Jamie, use that pad. Drop O2. Listen to Daniel.
Bro, drop some O2. Listen to the technical.
I found
the sales manager.
No, throw that pad away.
That's aggressive. That's a cut. The purple is a cut. Go back to the yellow. Do me a favor. Put that yellow. Drop some O2 on there. Yep.
There we go. There we go.
2000 grit that mug. O2. Let's see it do God's work.
Let's go.
Because the goal here, right, is anyone could sell a system when it's together, but you made a comment that use the liquids with anything else. This shows it. This shows that you can use the liquid with anything else, and also shows that you don't have to worry.
Right.
All right. Let's see it do God's work. Hey, Jamie, they want to know how the wipe off was.
Good.
That was a great example. Cool, man.
The wipe off's great, especially with the non-dusting part. You know, you're not having to pick up any of that dust and wipe it in as you're cleaning up your surface.
Hey, Conway, all your questions are coming at the end. Sorry about that, Daniel, for interrupting you. There's a lot of questions for you guys, so prepare yourself. There's a crap ton of questions.
Yeah, wipe off definitely is nowhere near like the hardest wipe off ever. I'd say it's somewhere close to the top for sure.
For ease?
Especially for such aggressive compounds. Which one did y'all say do?
O2.
O2.
Yeah, go O2.
Orange.
Yeah,
Bam.
I can't. I hope it doesn't flop, Daniel, because we have a lot of people watching.
Well, what I'll tell you, this is what basically these manufacturers are doing. They're spot sanding, and then they're just cleaning it up with a quick polish and setting it on its way. That's why us detailers are finding these new cars with these spots on it. But watch, it's gonna clean that up because that cut that's in
It's
that
got teeth
O2,
to it. I'm telling you, it's got teeth to
yeah,
it.
and
And it
that yellow
finishes out
pad.
incredible.
And that yellow pad is soft. It's not like a hard cutting pad. You know, it's not a one-step pad. It's a soft pad. I think Daniel froze.
You could even run. I actually like the orange pad even with the blue polish. You could actually. I ran that on the Ferrari project. Ferrari's got the soft paint.
So you see how fast it kind of wipes off? It's real nice.
Yep.
It's a nice wipe off.
You
Look
can
at
mix
clean
and
that
match.
spot right
There
up.
it is.
Dang, bro. That's my
Real
gosh.
time.
I'm
Real
leaving
time.
chat. I'm leaving chat, guys.
Chat, is this real?
Hey, I wouldn't speak on this product, bro. I know, I mean, there's tons of products out there and they're all great. We're like Brad said, we're not trying to we're our stuff
Recreate
is
the wheel.
just
We're trying to improve it.
exactly, just improve it. And if we could make this effective for us fellow detailers out there, as effective and cost effective. That's the price, bro. The price is like it's gonna put money in our pockets. And I say
Mhm.
our because as a mobile detailer or even a shop detailer, detailers in general, it's gonna put money in our pocket. And for the retailers, it's putting money into their pocket. It's a win-win for both sides.
So
Oh, this
04, kind of a paint enhancement type product, right?
with
Yep.
protection, yeah.
With the protection, mild protection.
So Daniel, how are you selling a 04 kind of a service in your area?
04, I basically, if my client is just kind of looking, he doesn't want the ceramic coating. He's looking to make his paint pop a little bit because he already has a nice finish on it, but he's
Mhm.
looking for something. I'm gonna go through with that pad or a black, just say for instance, buff and shine pad, and I'm gonna finish it off and give him a few weeks.
Yep.
I would say I'm gonna give him about 2 months of protection
Yeah.
because when I'm done, I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit of some type of sealant on my micro and just wipe it down. So it gives him that extra little bit of protection. But
Mhm.
this alone is gonna give a nice enhancement.
Yeah. So when working this product, they usually do one pass, kind of cover a large area at once, and then kind of let it set up, call it a day. How do you use this type of product?
That's exactly how I do it. I want it
Okay.
to sit on the paint so that way that wax actually is bonding. So I want to
Yeah.
do a spread. So I'm gonna cycle it out. I don't really want to break it down. I want to cycle it out,
Yep.
kind of massage that paint and make love to that paint, right?
Massage the paint. There we
This
go.
is just that massaging paint and
Let's
kind of
massage
give
it.
it that and then let it dwell. I'm gonna let this product dwell. So I would probably ham out the front end, fender, hood, fenders, bumper, and then remove.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. So we'll let that cook a little while, let it set up. We'll see how the wipe off is in about 10 minutes or so. And there you go. PAICAR in action. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
You rocked it, Jamie.
Let's go.
While he sits down, I'm gonna start asking you guys questions. We'll never get through it. So
Yeah. Start the Q&A.
let's
Yep.
Brad.
Oh, don't forget, before the Q&A, PAICAR 20, save you 20% on your first order of PAICAR. There you go. You just saw it in action. Go check it out. I know we have a bunch of, polishing systems, compounds in the house. But this is a sleeper. This is a sleeper for the next coming year. I think PAICAR is going to start.
Yep.
Simplified. That's so, bro. It's a 1 through 4 system. It's so
Mhm.
simplified.
Yeah.
It's like
user friendly. So we got the questions.
Yeah, we have a lot of questions. Daniel just stopped talking in the middle of his sentence, so I was looking at him like, what happened to my guy? He said it was. But hey,
I'm excited. I'm
while
excited.
everyone,
I'm
while we have
not.
everyone here, let's ask these questions because I think it's important. Brad, I got a question for you and then we'll go to Q&A real quick.
Yep.
Brad, so you are not just a compound company. Are you a compound company first, and then you're adding? What's the goal for the total line? Are you guys what's happening with PAICAR?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So, the compounds is what we're known for. That's what we've been doing since 65. Master and polishing is the slogan. Compounds is what we're known for. Now, with that being said, there are some chemicals that have been developed, right? Over in Italy. So if you go to the PAICAR website, you'll see there's like a wheel and tire cleaner. There's a few various, chemicals. But my vision here for the US is, I have a very firm pulse on what the market needs, just because I've been, like I said, I've been a detailer now in this market for close to 10 years, and I've worked in this industry, and we need bigger sizes, more concentrated products. The 16-ounce ready-to-use stuff is great. Like there definitely is a place for that. I don't want to get it twisted, but my vision is to scale this line chemical-wise, because the compounds we already just saw, the compounds are amazing. But where we're lacking, I guess you could say, like our weakness right now would be the chemical offerings. And we do like the lack of full suite, if you will. We got some great chemicals though.
Right now, right?
Yep. Yeah, we got 3. So that's the spray wax that does have some filling capacity to it. That's the Flash Touch. Yep. And then we have the Decontect, which is a clay spray / you can use it as a waterless wash. Great, like in door jams, very slick. But again, these are all related in the iron decon. pH neutral, great wheel cleaner, safe for all surfaces, and obviously paint decon. So I know I'm talking real quick, but basically those 3 chemicals I basically cherry picked because they're related to prep / polishing process.
Yeah.
We currently don't have a soap over there.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to launch a chemical line without a shampoo. You know what I mean? That's the most fundamental chemical, if you will, that right up there with the APC. So that's kind of where I'm going. Is we're in the process. I've got samples as we speak. They actually just came in today. Multiple rounds of testing have been, commenced since day one. I was requesting, my core 6, if you will. And I'll be, again, I don't want to spill all the candy in the hallway, but we're going to be launching a chemical, full out chemical line here very soon. I don't want to rush it. I want the production. It's got to go into production. I want it to be the best of the best. We got very high standards. We want to maintain that premium Italian performance, but again, we want it at a competitive price to the end user, and then a really good price to distributors, so everybody can thrive. And basically, we are going to be scaling the chemicals, and I have a lot more chemicals, coming in the further months too as well.
But PAICAR just kind of always a abrasive company first.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much.
All right, Q&A time, Jay. We got a lot, so I'm gonna bring them on the screen.
Yeah,
how does Brad swim?
How does Brad swim?
So right here, are 01 more for non-OEM paints?
So 01 for non-OEM paints. So
is it made for non-OEM paints, or can you use it for everything?
It's everything.
You can use it on any kind of clear. You can actually use it on oxidized paint too.
Yeah.
So I actually had a picture of it. I can send it over. I don't think I can broadcast it, but we did a test in a body shop, completely oxidized old 70s Ford Thunderbird, I think is what it was. And it's oxidized paint, of course, so it's not the perfect finish, but you can see the night and day difference. But as far as non-OEM paint, as long as the clear is cured, and you can even use it on fresh paint as well. So
sure, on harder, candy coat type paint.
Yeah,
I'm reaching for this 01. Yeah, for sure.
Soft paint though, I would stay kind of away from it. It's just going to haze up a lot on you.
Yeah, I just use 03 or 02. 02 and 03 staying. Another question is 01, is it a diminishing abrasive or a straight out compound?
So there is, go ahead, Daniel.
No, you go ahead, Brad. You know more of the chemical side, but after using this product, you can diminish it. And that's the best way to utilize the product is diminishing the product. That's when
but
you
it
get the full
diminishes
ability.
slower. It diminishes
Slower.
slower. So like it's there's a part of there isn't a diminishing aspect. That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
But it's designed, the abrasives are so like chunky, if you will. Like I said, like Jamie did between his fingers, take it between your fingernails, put a little bit on your thumb, and then just rub it. Just so you will feel the abrasive, you'll feel the weight in the bottle.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Even the 8 ounce, like pick up another heavy cut, whatever your favorite is, and then pick up 01, and you'll physically feel the difference. So it's more along, I guess, a slightly diminishing straight up, if that makes sense, because we want those
cement,
abrasives.
right? So it's
We want those abrasives to stay intact to where they're actually cutting.
Yeah.
That's why it cuts
Longer
so hard.
cut time.
We do carry wool. Yes.
Where's it? What do we not order wool? What the heck happened?
Where's the wool, Brad?
I thought y'all did. I thought y'all ordered the wool, but we got wool. We can get y'all some wool.
What, Jamie? Did you not order wool, bro?
I entered the PO.
Look,
I entered the PO.
Brad's first order sheets were slim pickings. All right, look, there wasn't no 5 inches.
We do have the wool though. We have wool. 5 inches, by the way. I'm glad you brought that up. 5 inches will be here next week.
There we go.
They're landing.
Jamie, get that PO in for 5 inches and wool. What? We don't have no wool.
Container lands on the 12th. Fingers crossed, and I'll have it. Looking at a day or two in transit from Charleston up to me.
Brad, I'm
in
gonna need to see
North
that
Carolina.
wool.
I got you.
I'm gonna see that wool. All right, right here. What are the top 5 tips for using PAICAR?
I'll let Daniel take that one.
I would say the top 5 tips for PAICAR is depending on what you're using it for, what you're trying to achieve, follow the steps. 01, just say, for instance, if you're that person who's doing color sanding, do your 01, follow up with 02, finish off with 03. Make it that complete 3-step system. If you're just doing paint correction, 02, 03, or 01, 02, or 01, 03, depending on if you're dealing with the soft paint or hard paint. So the basically 5 tips is clean pad, know your pads with your products. So your micro pad with your wool, 01. Your medium cut with your medium cut to medium polish, 02. Your polishing and refining, go with 03, 04. So I don't know if that was 5.
I think another tip that I would throw in would be, proper prep as well is so essential.
Yeah,
it depends on the
key.
job. Yeah, the job that you're doing is there's so many different variables, right? We just with any brand, any situation. So what I would say would be, again, you do the proper prep, do your proper wash, do your proper decontamination with the rusty Folex or your the detail coat iron, whatever you guys choose for your iron remover. Do the clay, do it all, and don't short a step. Now
Smells good. Smells good.
Yeah, it's got a good fresh smell.
Even out the bottle, it's not too bad. I'll be done.
No, you stop lying.
It's not.
I smelled it. It smelled like it doesn't.
No, it smells good.
No, I can't trust you. You said witch's brew smell good. You lying?
Witch's brew.
That witch's brew. I smelled that. I started gagging.
But one other thing I want to touch on this top 5 tip thing real quick is just the 01 conversation, just because it caught me off guard as well with how heavy it is. So just know going into it, if you're going, it's a very, very heavy cut. It's probably the heaviest I've ever used. And that's needed in your arsenal. If you know how to use it properly, it can be your best friend, but it can also it may leave you if you're not expecting or doing, you're not expecting that level of cut, it may kind of catch you off guard too. So just know that going in. That's not a bad thing. It's designed to cut.
Yeah.
02 is a great starting point though.
Don't fall asleep with that. I don't know what we're doing here.
So look here, boys. Look, it's been Daniel, I'd say about right now we've made it all the way, around the car if we were doing an actual service with 04. So now our product is kind of hazed up, I guess, so to speak. It's ready to be wiped off.
Conway, Jamie hates you, bro. He didn't tell me about this 20% until today. And I just said, yep. Hey, he bought the whole line because he asked me, what system should I try? I was like, PAICAR. Oh, that's slick, dude.
Super slick. My goodness. So I'm going to do a cheat code. I'm going to take a little flash touch. You ever tried this one? Spray into the towel?
Yep.
I'm going to do a little spritz, rub it around. So what is the protection in flash touch? What are we talking about here?
So that one is going to be anywhere, but it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks as well. Just a generic spray wax.
David.
I like to say under promise and over deliver. There's again so many variables go with the how the car is maintained, so on and so forth. But again, it's just a quick spray wax. This isn't like some heavy duty sealant. This isn't some ceramic infused product. It's just a basic spray wax.
Yeah.
What I do like about it is, I don't want to make it sound bad, but what I do like about it is the fact that it offers a little bit of filling, which you can only get from waxes. Sealants really aren't going to fill, and it's not going to completely fill the imperfections, but that is a feature of that product. Is when you're applying it, it's going to fill some of those swirls. It's super slick, and the gloss is insane.
Yeah, it's real milky.
So it's all about the gloss, especially on those dark candy color, paints.
Yeah.
Metallics is really going to bring out the metal flake.
How's the hydrophobics?
The hydrophobic, they're decent. Which again, I'm working on developing, like I said, something that's going to have those really tight beads.
Mm-hmm.
They're decent. I don't want to sit here and make it sound like they're super tight beads, but again, it's just a quick spray wax, something you can knock out very easily. Little to no, there's no streaking whatsoever, as long as you're not just oversaturating the panel. And that's where it's going to become a little bit more user friendly when compared to a sealant in direct sunlight. So durability, again, between 6 to 12 weeks or 8 to 12 weeks. And then it's going to fill some of those imperfections, and it's going to not streak.
Bam. All right.
I got this next question. How does the foam pads compare to Visor or Buff and Shine for heat, flexibility, cut, and finish?
Daniel, you want to take that one?
So
you have more experience with the Buff and Shine than me.
The Buff and Shine, the Buff and Shines are my go-to. They just, I seem to be able to, I could go ham with them and not really create any type of burnout, blowout, anything like that. As long as you're using multiple pads throughout the system. The visor, I put those to the test. I really like them, but I want to say they got kind of cloggy on me, and that was just my. I wouldn't put them down. I think they're a great company, but I felt like their pads were getting clogged up, and Buff and Shine compared to our pads are pretty straightforward. I'm not going to compare them to any other pads, but they accept the heat pretty well.
They're open cell formula.
You have to open
as
cell
well.
formula,
Open cell, so it's going to disperse the heat.
Yep. So they breathe pretty well. They don't overheat. I haven't blown. I actually tried to blow one out and I couldn't blow it out. So I just like to put it to the test. And when I'm doing a car, I will use multiple pads so I could get the longevity on my pad. So I'm not just using one pad, one and done. I could basically use 3 to 4 pads per vehicle and do multiple vehicles, and get my
So
money's
basically,
worth.
you're saying don't be a cheap ass, buy multiple pads.
Exactly.
That's our new motto, Jamie.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't be a cheap ass, buy multiple pads.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Don't be a cheap
Yeah,
ass.
the flexibility, the flexibility piece as well. So the 01 is going to be extremely coarse, very stiff, and then as you work your way down, obviously it's going to become more flexible. They're all open cell formula, so it's going to disperse that heat, not heat up as much, allow you to actually work that product, cut and finish.
Mhm.
Each pad, of course, is slightly different density, as would any other pad, right? So you would go with a better finish. You're going to go with your softer pad, just kind of simple stuff, right? I can't speak to this Visor. I haven't personally used those. Buff and Shine I've used a little bit of, but I mainly have used Lake Country. And I've noticed with our pads, for example, I could not get it to dust, especially on the orange one. The 01 will throw a little bit of dust again, just because, and sometimes because of the chunky abrasives in it, and the pad is so stiff, it's so coarse. Which again, when you need it, or if you know how to do that, it's your best friend. But as far as like the O2 pad, it just would not, like Daniel said, it wouldn't clog, it wouldn't like blow out. I purposely did not blow out the pad with compressed air and trying to get it to dust. It would not dust on me. Same thing with the 03 and the 04. So I hope that answered the question. But their open cell formula, flexibility just depends on the density of it, which one you're going with. I'd say they edge on the side of more stiff than some of the other competition, just like our products edge on the side of a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, his opinion. His opinion.
His opinion. All right, here's what we got. So we have a lot of question, guys. So what's the liquid's working time? Does it stay hazy, or would it clear as you use it?
So it pretty much 01 is gonna do its breakdown. So if you cycle it out, it's gonna become clear. That's how I like to work out any cuts, is use those diminishing abrasives and be able to diminish them. And you start off with that heavy, milky slate, and then as you're breaking it down, you break it down to a clear form. You have a full effective cut. That's when you either apply more product, do a wipe down, and start over again, looking for your perfection as much as you're looking for. But and yeah, so it does. Yeah, so it does break down. It will.
So you're saying, I guess he wants to know, like, so you want to work all of them until it gets clear, or is it
No,
certain ones?
just the cut, just your cut. So 02, 02, 03, 04, perfect. They're still going to stay pretty solid. But 01, you want to be able to the polishing. So 02, 03, 04, those are perfect. You don't have to break those down. But your 01, you want to be able to diminish that product. That's going to give you your full effect on the cut. Yeah.
As much as you
And it's
can.
going to take longer.
As much
It's going
as
to
you
take
can.
longer to diminish it as well.
That makes sense.
So yep.
Okay. What does your company have? Does your company have people we can contact with further questions? I think Daniel's your guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
you can reach out to
Daniel
me anytime.
or me. You can reach out to Daniel, myself.
Flawless.
Yes, they do.
Mobile detailing.
Sorry, Daniel. I mean, we got 1,000 questions because they just keep asking.
You're good.
So we're doing burn and turn rounds. Okay. Are the liquids trim safe? Will they stain or discolor trim?
I always recommend tape off your trim. I haven't had tape off your trim every time.
I have to try. I haven't tried it yet, so I'll go do it to Bev's car.
As hard as 01 and 02 cut, I'm taping.
It would probably. I haven't seen it stained, but that's because I've always just taped the trim.
Yeah.
So maybe I go find like a test subject or something and purposely try it.
Don't worry, I'll try it on the Tundra, guys, for the culture.
All right. He'll take it
for the culture.
Yeah,
don't do 01. Don't do 01 though.
No, I would never do it. I don't even like using 01 now. It gives me Tourette's. All right, what are your 2 steps recommendations? What would be your 2-step recommendations?
So it depending on what kind of paint you're dealing with. If you're dealing with, say, hard paint, black, swirled out, go 1-2. So that's your 2-step. But if you're dealing with a softer paint that's not so swirled out, go 02, 03.
Or you can just do 02 as a 1-step too as well. I know you asked about 2 steps, but
yeah. 02 is perfect for a 1-step, guys. It cuts, it leaves a nice finish. But if you're looking to kind of just wow that client, if you know that client is just that person who looks in depth, most people don't see. They see that shine. They see 80-90% of those swirls broke down. They're just wild. But you get that dude that looking for that 90, 95, 98. If you're
and
saying,
they don't want to pay, Daniel, they want the 99%.
Yeah. If you bro, anybody who tells me they do 100%,
down the street will do it cheaper.
Yeah.
They'll do it cheaper. It's like, go down to them. You know
so
what
you're
I'm saying?
saying 01, 02, or 02, 03.
03. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could do the 0103. It really just depends on the
Yeah.
paint. Basically,
Yeah.
I like, me personally, from my experience, 01 and 03 have been like my go-to, because the 03 is going to finish out. It's got enough teeth to it, if you will, to get some of that haze that's left over from the 01 no matter what. But like Daniel said, it's a very versatile system, guys, to where you can mix and match. You know, you can go all the way with 3 full steps if you're dealing with wet sanding. Super. I mean, go look at some of the videos that we posted on our social media, which maybe we could, post that up or something. You can see the demo that Daniel did where he straight up, what was that hood? You did 800 grit, but you got to do
800.
like 3 steps for that, 4 steps sometimes. But just
Yeah.
a regular 2-step correction, I would go with 0103, or you could do 0102 or 0203.
The joys of garage filming. You never know when the neighborhood dogs show up.
Sounds like Chris
Michael
we got
Big,
another one.
Savage.
What's your go-to compound for a light paint enhancement?
02.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 02. It's perfect.
For
Just
a
for-
paint enhancement, I ain't taking out 02. I'm gonna take out 03.
But it finishes so good. It's like,
yeah, I know what you're saying. I was kidding. I'm trolling. You remember?
Is it
02.
hard paint? Is it soft paint? If it's soft paint, I'm going 03 or 04.
What's the go-to combo for light paint enhancement? 02 on like an orange Lake Country pad.
Yeah,
It's like
I mean,
perfect.
02.
All right,
It
Daniel, let me
finishes
ask you
off
this.
so well.
Let me ask you this, Daniel. You're a professional, right? So, what's your definition of a paint enhancement? Because mine, I'm not cycling. I'm doing a cleanup.
No.
Okay, so you're kind of just laying down and that's it.
Yeah,
So-
like the goal is a paint enhancement to me is like maybe 2 passes.
Okay, perfect for a paint enhancement. Because if
Okay.
that's all the budget, if that's what the client is budget friendly with the paint enhancement, that's what they're looking for. Give it that pop. Those swirls ain't going nowhere. You're just gonna pop it. My 1-step polish is gonna be 02, and I'm gonna give you about 80%. I'm gonna do as many. Not gonna pass it 1 time or 2 times. I'm gonna give it 4 or 5 passes. I want to break down that product. I want to be able to at least present you with about 80%,
Daniel
85%.
Daniel, your paint enhancement.
Daniel gets a lot of 5-star reviews. All right,
you must get the girls to come outside, because if you're doing a paint enhancement, dog, and you're doing 5 passes, you are
he's a wizard. He's the wizard.
My paint enhancement. I'm just gonna do a pass. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 passes.
Okay.
Pop that paint. But I meant my 1-step. My 1-step. I'm gonna work that 02 out. I'm gonna work that 02 out. I want to be able to give you, if you're, just say for instance, hypothetically, I'm charging $600 for a 1-step polish. I want to give you that. I want to give you your money's worth. Bro, $600 in a matter of 3 hours.
Yeah,
bro.
You can knock
The
that
common
out.
human being doesn't make that. Us detailers, we make that, but the common person has to work so hard for that $600, bro. So you want to give them that wow factor, but also educate them on the fact that we're not getting no paint correction part of a higher value,
Paint enhancement.
That's why Daniel.
Paint enhancement.
You make perfect sense. I was wondering. I was like, what the heck is Daniel talking about? Because I'm telling you right now, for $199, this is what they're getting.
Yeah.
$199 versus $600 though.
For $200.
$199, you're getting the 04.
$200. I ain't even putting my machine on your car, bro.
Okay, Daniel, because you had me worried because I was
200 ain't enough, man. I'd say 350 minimum.
Yeah, and I'll do a paint enhancement for you for
I hit it with 04.
350. Yeah,
give
you that protection.
350. I'm not cycling it either for that price. But that's the thing.
I was
where
worried,
you can
Daniel.
capture.
You were talking about cycling it out. I'm like, you are the best detailer in your area.
No, nah, we
no wonder.
we have to keep it real with each other, with the community. If that detailer's out here doing paint corrections, all these multiple pads, multiple products for $300-400, how do we be able to push somebody on a paint correction with our multiple step for 1,000, 1,200. Nobody's they're gonna be like that dude down the street does it for $300.
All right,
But
I was just
I'll do my
wondering.
paint.
I was like, no, I know you're a goat, but bro, in a paint
Nah,
enhancement, nice.
I'm far from gold, bro. I'm far from that.
Yeah, I know you're a
I
goat.
just
Don't
love what
lie,
I
bro.
do.
They come
Hey,
in
I
are
just love
all
what I
pads?
do.
4 passes, O2.
Yeah, he's like, I'm doing 10 passes for $100. I'm like, damn.
Don't forget PAICAR 20. Save you 20% on your first order of PAICAR. Look,
We got 10
That's
more
a good
questions. Let's
deal.
burn through these questions, guys.
heck of a
Are
deal.
all pads DA only or DA and rotary?
Ooh, great
Both.
question.
Both.
Yeah, both.
If you're that rotary, I'm sorry, Brad. I'm sorry. I'm just
No,
so
go ahead.
pumped
Go
up.
ahead. No, bro,
So
go.
pumped up.
You got it.
If you're that rotary dude who literally will cut and finish with rotary, my hat's off to you, bro. Like literally. Get it. These pads will rock it. You will be able to finish with these. You'll be able to cut and finish with these. But
I
I'm
used
that
an
type of
01 with a rotary on a pad. I ain't doing it.
no.
That's what he was
There's
doing. He
dudes
did
who
it.
do it, bro. There's
It was
dudes who do
crazy.
it.
He had it
There's
looking like
dudes who do it.
glass. I was
Yeah.
scared. I was like, in full transparency, I'm like, I need to take a Daniel Salazar class, bro. Like this
Mhm.
guy's the
Bro,
wizard. You're the master in polishing, man.
I
Straight up.
cut with rotary. That's going to that bro. That's where
Yep.
these masters at it, bro. And to me the people that I've trained with are legends, dudes that are just beast with the rotary. But they've got me to learn that we don't finish with rotary, bro. A lot of people do, and like I said, bro, hats off. But you cut with that rotary and then follow the steps after with DA. You're
That
gonna have
just makes the
such a
most sense to me
oh,
too. Yeah.
and you're gonna have such a beautiful finish with no marring, no holograms. You're just leaving
Yep.
such a beautiful finish for long term.
That's why even the thumbnail, Chase Paint Perfection, this is the line to do it with. Like, it's got the 4
Yep.
steps. You follow the steps, however you do it. Rotary DA, I promise you.
Flexible. It's flexible.
You had said Daniel, you said that you have learned from legends. There's one dude I want to shout out. Ivan's a legend in his own right, but there's this other dude in Utah named Jamie Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
That guy is a goat. That guy is a rotary set. His paint correction skills are touched by God. Just watching him, my dream, one of my bucket list items is to go film with him in Utah. I should probably do it one of these days, but he's so busy. But the guy is like watching Michael Jordan play basketball in '96.
It's art.
It's art.
It's art.
He is so tremendous. All right, question. Sorry, I just was falling in love with the dude. All right,
what I want to see is the House of Rags and PAICAR get together one day for some crazy trainings. Is what I want to see.
Absolutely, let's run it. That's on the way, guys. Straight up, we're doing that. We're
such an honor.
Let us know. Let us know.
Tremendous. So we'll set that up one day. It's coming.
So GM Black Paint, bro, we all know GM Black Paint sucks ass. Mind the language, bro. Mind the language. I serve the Lord. I try not to. But sometimes GM Black Paint, we all know.
That's like my nemesis.
Bro, just GM Paint. GM Paint alone is failing. They are failing their clients. I own a GM 2024.
I got GM as well. It's
bro, the paint
Orange
came
City.
from the dealer with 8 miles on the car, hammered.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine.
Mine too.
So it's like, but GM Black Paint, to answer your question, what would you recommend combo? So heavy cut, bro. We need to break down whatever you're dealing with, either your heavy swirl, marring from what the dealership put their love on it, whatever you're dealing with, you're going to want to go 01 and finish off with 02, 03, 01, 03, or just go 02, 03. But these are going to be your combos, and I would suggest highly topping it off with the ceramic or PPF, because
absolutely
you need some solid protection, because that clear coat is a failure. And I mean, I'm sorry,
GM lovers in chat, bro. Don't talk about GM.
Me too. Bro, I'm a GM
fan. I'm a GM guy.
Don't talk about Mike G.
That's my GM sitting right there, bro.
Like, I got
he
works for the government. Don't talk about GM.
Hey,
Hey,
we love GM. It's just the paint is difficult to deal with.
But moment of silence for Chingy Blingy. All right, he has both vehicles. Both vehicles are GM black paint. Look, pour one
That's
out.
why he doesn't rinse his wash. That thing will mar his life, his face. All right, next question. So, and hey, but I could do a 03 and get an enhancement, or I could still do a one step with 02, right, on GM black paint.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%. Yep.
What would you say your liquids or pads have difficulty with? That's a great question.
I'll take that one. I'd say, and Daniel can give his feedback too, but I'd say as far as the liquids or pads have difficulty.
That's a solid question. That's like,
yeah, it's a solid question. I mean, I
It
would
is.
say really is again back to the 01 and how heavy it was. It just kind of caught me off guard. And for people that like Daniel and then those that are a little bit more advanced when it comes to paint correction, they love it. Like the feedback in body shops, the feedback in people that have been doing this and are proficient with the wet block sanding. Me personally, I was the fluffer, if you will. I fluffed the paint. Okay. I'm just gonna be 100 with it. You know what I'm saying? Daniel's gonna train me up on that rotary though. Ain't that right? You
Oh
got to get
yeah,
me
for
squared away
sure.
with the rotary. But regardless,
That's
I would say it's just it leans a tad bit aggressive, and that's the point of it is to be more aggressive than the competition. And so you gotta scale up to that. You just, especially like on soft paint, you can't just go in. I mean, you can with 01, but it's going to, you may be less.
it's gonna haze.
It's gonna haze.
it's gonna haze. It's
I
gonna
did
haze.
01 on soft black paint, thinking I could finish it out because I was trying to do the
not.
visual way. The thing it was finishing out was I was out of breath.
Mhm. Again, it's not to scare you guys. It's just to set the expectations, right? And so
it cuts.
I would say that would be the difficulty, I guess you could say, is the 01, but 02, 03, 04,
No,
breeze
no
to work
difficulty.
with,
Yeah,
no difficulty whatsoever.
it's gonna be
Pads,
01.
yeah, pads. I haven't found really any difficulty with our pads. I know that sounds biased, but they work phenomenal. But again, all pads. So 5-inch, we just didn't have 5-inch, but those will be coming in.
Fellows, we got 9 more questions, and we're
Yeah,
gonna do what's called the hot and toddy round, right? We're gonna go in and out.
In and out.
Bam, 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 bam.
Do you have videos with more training info on your products?
You could go to my page and see all types of. I've been breaking it down. I did anywhere from 01 rotary, uh, all the different steps. And what I'll do is I'll put up some more. But you can go through my content on my personal account. So on my business page, Flawless Mobile Detailing and Auto Care, you'll be able to see a lot of different breakdowns in the sun, um, uh, direct heat. You know, the panels in the direct sun. In California, you're getting to 100 plus degrees. You know,
Yeah.
so that's what I wanted to show individuals, that us as mobile detailers can still be effective with this product. And for if you're in a shop setting, hey, you got it.
Is your wool that we didn't buy? Is your wool short, long, hybrid, DA, rotary? What is it?
So it's more of a longer wool.
Yeah.
It's a little bit longer.
Ooh, I love a longer wool.
Yep.
Me and Jamie are a fan of it. So
It's the longer wool.
because I cut with the rotary
6-inch
too.
pads.
Right now they're
Hey,
6.
shout out Adamo's Garage. What's going on, man?
What's happening, Dom?
6 inches only. So you're saying your heavy cut is really heavy. Will it cut my credit score?
Yes, yes, it will.
Yeah, it will. It will.
It'll cut through bankruptcy, bro.
But back to Adamo's real question, real quick. 6-inch, but the 5-inch will be here next week.
5 inches
across
coming
the
next
board.
week, everybody.
Across the board.
It won't be
That's
at
my
Thor
go-to.
for
5 inches, my go-to, guys. Like that's it.
wool
5'3".
comes in 3, 5, 6, and 7. No, it comes in 6 and coming in
As of
5
now.
soon.
Yes.
And 3
But
in the future for the foam.
But let me add this in real quick, guys. If you have the 5-inch wool pad or 3-inch for your 3-inch, rock it. Any wool pad, any micro cut pad, any polishing pad is going to be so effective with our product. It won't let you down. Trust me. I've been putting this stuff to the test.
We got this one question here. Are the compounds water based or solvent based?
Water based.
Sweet lady. All right, next question.
Water based.
Are your pads a wet or dry pad? like using a pad washer or not? That's a great question too. So do we want to blow them out or pad them out?
Blow them.
Yeah,
Blow them.
I blow my pads.
yeah, we blow the pads over here.
Oh, dude,
like
listen, Ivan. These are their opinions. Ivan's peeps who follow him. Listen, just these are different people, dude. Different strokes, different folks. You gotta say that.
You can use
Ivan
a
militia,
pad washer
dude.
to clean it out. But I mean, me personally, I've just blown out the pads with compressed air,
Okay, but let me say this. Okay, so are your
or
pads
not
wet and
compressed air,
dry?
basically the
So
air compressor. Yeah.
I'm blowing with my air compressor, but I'm also washing in the evening
Right.
so I could get that longevity. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
use
that
the
makes
pad
sense.
washer. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
use
don't
my
use
pad
pad
washer to
washer.
clean them.
I have it in the corner. I emptied it like 6 months ago. Only time I used it when Ivan was here. It's because two things. I'm lazy and I hate filling it up, cleaning it out. So I just blow, put it inside my bin, go put it in the washing machine,
that's how
take it
I
out,
do it.
throw it in a dryer, and then go on
Yeah,
my day.
I
Me and
use the
Eddie's on the
pad
same
washer.
page, bro.
I use the pad washer to get the longevity out of it. And it was a pain. Like I always would dread after paint corrections, like cleaning all those pads, but you get the most life out of them that way. So I would go the route of the pad washer to
Not
me.
saying that pad washers are bad. I just saying for me, we had how many pads did we use when we had everyone here, Jamie? Like 80?
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't see one pad washer. I threw that mug right in the washer.
I put mines in the washer,
Yeah, I don't
but
got
I
time for
blow
that
them
shit.
out throughout the day. I blow them out throughout the day as I'm using. Cycle my pads. In the evening, I'll drop them, or I'll just stack them in my dirty rack and then wash them as a bundle. Soak them, wash them, put them back in the rack, reuse. Just gets that longevity. Kind of keeps the
I just
money.
turn and burn. And sometimes I'll
Turn and
throw it in the trash.
burn.
I don't feel like cleaning it.
That's
That's why
it.
I'm all right.
Turn and burn.
Oh, he already talked about that. So next question.
Next question.
All right. So why would people want to do Conway either smoke some good bang bang? His questions are coming
Always
out.
on it, son.
So why would people want to choose PyCard liquid or a PyCard pad versus everything else out there? That's a
Huh? I mean,
Yeah.
it's right. I mean, I'm just say it's your preference, guys. Everything is your
Yeah.
preference. But here's key to me is the cost factor for let's see,
The
my guy right
performance too.
here. The performance, the cost factor, it all just balances out for us detailers, so and the retailers. So detailer, retailer, it's just a win-win, so to say, go with PyCar. It's amazing product, guys. I've been in the industry 12 years. It's not the longest, but it's sure not the least,
Mm-hmm.
and I know guys in the industry for 20 years, but I know guys in the industry that's been in here a year talking like, no, this product is away. Well, do you really even know the products? But 12 years is a pretty significant amount of years to be always rocking a machine. And I
Mm-hmm.
was trained once I got in the industry, I knew I could not just do washing and many details and details. I had to get into a machine. So I've
Mm-hmm.
been rocking my machine for literally 11 and a half years. So I know there's very productive products out there, but you give ours a try, guarantee it wows you.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I
Yeah.
like how you said that. Like you didn't try to blow smoke over everybody's anus. I like how you use time because time is the best storyteller, right? How things play out tells the best
Yep.
story. So you've been around the block a while. You use the words that you got to work with greats. At the end of the day, it's like we could all say it's the best. You have to use it and try it for yourself.
Right. I'll say this, there's lots of other good brands out there, right? There's tons of good brands out there. I'd say our goal here at PyCrystal and PyCar US is to get you in that upper echelon of performance at
Mm-hmm. Yep.
essentially you could make you more efficient, get you that super, super high Italian performance because Italy's known for high performance
I
products, right?
love
Italy.
Italy products. Every single
So
Italy product I tried has slapped.
yeah, we've been doing this since 1965. I mean, this is not our first rodeo. It's constant revision, constant R&D. I mean, even since I came on, the original samples that I got were on the second formulation now because I said I want to make these tweaks. The O1 was a little dry on me. I was like, I want to get a little bit more workability. So these are all fresh revisions, and it's like the R&D that goes into this stuff. It's actually it's honestly incredible. So you know, it's nothing like revolutionary, right? We're not, you know, somebody made a comment to me the other day where it's like, you know, what's going to be revolutionary? And I'm like, at the end of the day, it's another compound, right?
Yeah.
What's revolutionary is we're getting you that super high performance, for a better price, but also, you know, getting you into the distributors at a better price too. Everybody's winning, you know, and it's going to have a little bit more aggression. Again, I've never felt something as aggressive as 01. 02 as well. It's going to make your job easier at the end of the day. Makes your job easier, basically.
02 slaps. 02 is on the shelf. It's
gets
on
you a
the
better
shelf.
result, makes you more confident, and that is going to come across to your customers. When you, the detailer, the professional, is more confident because of if a product makes you more confident, that's going to come across when the phone rings and says, "Hey, what's your price? Or you know, what's your price on a ceramic coating? Or can you do a ceramic coating? I got a hammered vehicle." And you might be like, you know, like, I don't know. But if you got something that's, you know, is going to work, that could be some good coin in your pocket, right?
A lot of people don't get time versus dollars, right? So you spend
exactly. Time is money. Time is money.
So, and if you could get cut in 2 or 3 passes, 4 passes, yeah, it would be dope. All right, we got 2 more questions. We're gonna more questions. Do the bottles tell you the RPM speeds to use? Great question.
I'd say no.
That's a double. I actually don't. That one kind of caught me off guard.
No, you know what? I don't think so.
Cool.
I'm going to tell you right now, they don't. But
what's back here?
We know
the big bottles might.
Okay,
the big
I have the small
bottles. Yeah, the big bottle. Yeah, it does. The big bottles do. So the 32 ounce guys are going to be it's going to show. So like, for example, 01, this is the 32.
What's it say?
RPM it says 800 to 1,000 or 1,500, excuse me, 800 to 1,500.
For a rotary?
That's rotary.
And it says rotary only, but you can use it. You can use it on DA.
If you're rocking a DA, if you're rocking the DA, you're going to kick that thing up to about 4,000 RPM.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
If you're rocking your rotary at 4,000 RPM,
that's between you and God, bro. I'm telling you, you burning the paint, you burning the holes on Fremont, you burning your insurance, like it's a whole burn thing, dude.
Exactly. So just always know. Yep.
All right.
Just know that.
What was the? I looked up. There was a question about the chemical line. What was that? I'm curious about that because I'm open to suggestion.
He's loving the packaging so far of the compound, so he wants to see the chemical line kind of step up and kind of
cool.
Come behind this.
That's another thing that we want to do different, guys. Is so like I want to take feedback like this. So you know, hit us up, hit up the House of Rags. Like I'm looking to develop this basically from the ground up. These chemicals for the U.S. 32 ounce gallons. Okay.
Yeah. Brad, his wife is a challenge. She's high performance.
Lord.
Hey, is she more of an 01 or an 02?
Oh Lord. Oh my gosh, I cannot.
Or is she an 03?
Sorry, Jeff. I didn't job promoting this episode.
Who removed my star question? Hey, but there was a question from Tim. I think Jamie removed it. Can we mix the compounds?
Yes, you can.
I personally tried that, but
I worked with it. I like to combine a cut with the polish, make my own little combo.
I will say this: 02 and 03. Is that what you did?
Yeah,
that's what. Okay, so then I did. Now that I think about it, I did do that on that Ferrari project. I ran the orange pad, 02, didn't blow it out, and did my passes, and then wiped off the panel, and then again went straight to 03 onto the orange pad, and then polished with the same pad without blowing out 02. So I guess that's considered mixing. I don't know.
You're mixing. So I did with the orange pad. I did 3 dabs of 02.
It was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal.
One dab of 03. It left such a nice finish, but gave me a really good cut.
All right, it's 30. Jamie hit 30,000 subscribers. It's an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh yeah,
shout out Jamie.
We're gonna do a PAICAR giveaway. Jamie, you get to ask the question. Congrats, my friend. You've been slaying it, dude. You've been slaying, and you took a pause for Thor too. So
I took a pause for the cause. You're right. And I stalled out.
JTC's back, bro.
He took a pause for Thor. He told me when he was taking a pause back, He's like, I'm just all in. And I was like, okay, I quit my job for him, and then he went back. So I don't know. So I quit my lucrative. Anyway, another here and there, but we're all in. So Jamie, congrats on 30,000.
Congratulations.
You are going to do a PAICAR giveaway, right?
All right.
You give O2 away and the pad away.
Yep.
Go. Oh, bro, your questions were golden, bro.
Yeah. No, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
CS,
thank you,
Conway.
man.
All right.
And reach out to me anytime you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them.
What grits did we sand off in the demo earlier? We sanded down and cut them out with a O.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
Name the grits.
Name the grits.
15 was it 1500? I think 1200.
Oh, dude, this is the question for chat.
I'm sorry. All right, I'm muted.
Towan got it. Look, it's all right. Towan got it. 15, 2K, 3K was in the demo. If you missed it, go back and check it out for sure. Look, Towan, I'll ship you over some nice PAICAR for you. For everybody else, we got PAICAR 20 running wild for your first order of PAICAR. You're going to save 20% off, everybody. So, heck of a deal. You know what else is a heck of a deal, you see? Is we finally got that Thor swag.
Let's go.
I need that, guys. Put that in my package.
I gotta get that.
And they're not trash shirts. So listen, if you think this is a Bella, they're not trash shirts.
Now, is that next level?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Next level all day, baby. Let's go.
Next level. You know what I need though, guys? I need one of those machines you were rocking, Jamie.
What's that? The DIY
one?
Yeah, I don't know what that.
They're hard to get. Like, they're hard to get. They're hard to get. Like Frodo was trying to get.
I was about to say that machine looks sick.
They're like limited edition right now, Daniel.
Yeah, dude, you get that.
Right.
See, Daniel fell off. You told him it's limited edition. Daniel's out.
He's out.
He's out.
He said, "I ain't getting no polisher. I'm out, bro."
Hey, I'm telling you right now.
Go get it.
All right, everyone. Congrats, JTC, for hitting 30.
Wait, what happened? I'm back. I don't even know what happened there.
We said we weren't. They said you weren't able to get the polisher, so you dipped.
I was gone.
We'll see what we can do, Daniel. We'll keep killing it. PAICAR is here to stay, and we're real excited about our future PAICAR trainings and having y'all in the house for sure.
Absolutely.
Products. That's why we want to offer the 20% off so these people can get it in their hands, try it, and come back for some more. Y'all got anything on the way out?
Yep. Thor Japan is opening up in 3 weeks. Thor Australia is open. Thor Brunei is opening up in 3 weeks.
Thor Takeover.
And then Thor
PAICAR Takeover, baby.
Up there, and then they have micro Thors happening all over, and of course Thor Canada, and just so everyone knows, Thor Latin America is coming.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
PAICAR and all the Thors. We'll see what we can do.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, guys. Hit us up if y'all have any questions. What was that again?
Where can they find you at to hit you with the questions?
Yeah, so appreciate that. So it's Brad_PyCrystal. So Brad_PyCrystal on Instagram, PyCrystal USA on Instagram, and then Daniel is going to be Flawless Mobile Detailing.
Yep.
There you go, everybody. PAICAR. Chase Paint Perfection.
Yeah. Pleasure, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate y'all.
Ladies!